Jay-Z is trending again, but not for music or business. A judge has officially allowed his alleged son Ramir to proceed with a long-running paternity case against the music mogul. Even more shocking, the court has now demanded that Jay-Z respond to the most recent filing, and the deadline is set July 18th. Now, guess who's pouring gasoline on this fire? None other than 50 Cent. Honestly, are we even surprised? 50 has a reputation for exposing what others try to bury. But what's raising more eyebrows is that Nicki Minaj has joined in too. She reposted 50's post on X and commented, "Is this why he was trending the other day? IDK, to God be the glory." But that's not all. Allegedly, Beyonce herself is also trying to shut this case down, a claim that echoes what Ramir's godmother suggested a while back. A friend in Beyonce's camp said she allegedly made it clear, Ramir needs to go away. Go away, little boy.
Beyonce thing came when a friend of mine who knew her, somebody in her camp, and she said something supposedly, this is all hearsay, about regarding saying Ramir needs to go away, little boy, something to that effect. There was something out there with the song they made. And then next thing I know, somebody was at my property. Somebody came to my property in the evening time and had a conversation about trying to get in through the back door.
But here's where things take a dark turn. According to reports, the judge agreed to move forward because Jay-Z might be entangled in something much bigger, an alleged cover-up tied to a morally questionable transport situation that resulted in a child, Ramir. And here's the kicker. People are saying Jay-Z is avoiding this case, not because it's baseless, but because he knows the truth, that he is the father. And let's be real, when has Jay-Z ever held back from suing someone? If he thinks they're lying on him, remember how fast he shut down those disturbing rumors involving him, Diddy, and a third. Yet with Ramir, he's stayed quiet. He won't even set foot in the courtroom. That's silence. It's loud. Now, according to leaked court documents, the judge is no longer letting this drag. The latest filing, Lily Coley versus Sean Corey Carter, led to the court officially stating, for the foregoing reasons, the court grants the ex parte application and orders that the defendant's deadline to respond to the plaintiff's complaint is extended to July 18, 2025. It is so ordered. In short, the case is on. Ramir has maintained the same story for years, that his mother, Wanda, had a brief relationship with Jay-Z in 1992. According to her, it happened at Jay-Z's aunt's apartment in Brooklyn, after he picked her up from Philadelphia. She admitted they used protection, but it failed, and she got pregnant. Jay allegedly visited her once more, 2 weeks later, then he vanished. No number, no contact, no way to reach him again. Years later, when Ramir was around 8, Wanda sat him down and said she believed Jay-Z was his biological father at the time. Her boyfriend, Robert Graves, was listed on the birth certificate, but a DNA test in 2011 ruled him out. Legally removed, Wanda was clear. She'd only been with Robert and Jay-Z. So if Robert wasn't the father, well, that leaves only one name. But things get even messier. Jay-Z's refusal to take a paternity test seems tied to a much more serious issue. Wanda was only 16. Jay-Z was reportedly 22 at the time. If true, that changes everything, because that's not just a scandal, that's a crime. Wanda's godmother confirmed this years ago. We spoke with someone from Jay-Z's legal team. At first, they seemed helpful, even discussed Ramir's music career and possibly signing him. But once it came out that Wanda was underage back then, everything changed. Their tone flipped. More lawyers got involved. It was like they realized what was really at stake. Ramir's godmother once shared that she initially had high hopes this could be resolved quietly. She says Jay-Z's in-house legal team seemed cooperative at first, even floating the idea of Ramir signing to a record label because of his talent. But since he was still in school, they agreed it wasn't the right time. Then, out of nowhere, everything changed. New lawyers stepped in, and suddenly their tone shifted. That's when she knew. They realized Wanda was underage at the time. And if Jay-Z was involved with her back then, this wasn't just about child support anymore. It could become criminal. And it gets worse. If Jay-Z is confirmed to be Ramir's biological father, it means he allegedly transported Wanda, who was just 16 years old, across state lines from Philadelphia to New York, where the encounter happened. That alone is a federal offense. Now, Wanda did try to hold Jay-Z accountable years ago. She filed a civil lawsuit seeking child support, but that case was dismissed, not because it lacked merit, but because it was filed in the wrong jurisdiction. Her legal team never refiled. Jay-Z's lawyers argued at the time that he wasn't a party of interest in Ramir's custody, so Wanda couldn't legally push the case forward. That's when Ramir picked up the fight. He says the legal system failed him badly. According to him, Jay-Z's attorneys and even judges were deliberately stalling the case. He alleges fraud, manipulation, and courtroom collusion to keep his case buried. You've got lawyers just doing whatever they want in court, and judges letting it happen. That's not justice. If you keep ignoring fraud for years, then what does that say about the system? It's all right there. in plain sight. Ramir has pleaded with the public to stay alert, to watch how this plays out, because what he's experienced, in his words, is insanity. Judges, attorneys, power plays, all working to silence a story that refuses to die. He even tried to take his case to the Supreme Court, but it was dismissed for lack of jurisdiction. So he refiled again, this time with the Appellate Division of New Jersey's Superior Court. And even that process has been grueling. Jay-Z's legal team has argued that he shouldn't be forced to take a paternity test because he doesn't live in or own any property in New Jersey. But plot twist. Ramir recently dropped receipts showing that Tina Knowles, Beyoncé's mother, admitted in her book that Jay-Z did own property in New Jersey during the exact time in question. So yes, he did have ties to the state, and that excuse might just fall apart. Now with the judge allowing the case to move forward, thousands are standing with Ramir, and this time he's not alone. He's got 50 Cent and Nicki Minaj turning up the heat. And Nicki, she's not playing around. After reposting an interview with Demory Hadley, the estranged daughter of Roc Nation CEO Demory, Nicki made it clear she's done being silent. In that explosive interview, Demory claims Roc Nation tried to silence and institutionalize her. She also alleges the company targeted Nicki's family, including her husband and child, and she warns that what happened to Nicki should frighten every American. I've seen what Roc Nation did to her, silencing her, sabotaging her career, attacking her family, and if it can happen to someone like Nicki Minaj, it can happen to anyone. Demory said she herself was a victim, and now sees Nicki speaking up for both of them. She believes Nicki's courage in exposing the abuse of power is helping to shed light on what's been hidden for too long, and Nicki hasn't held back. She's been publicly saying that Jay-Z and his circle sabotaged her music career, interfered in her marriage, and manipulated those closest to her. She even claims her social media accounts and those of her fans were shadow banned to suppress her voice. And yes, she says Jay-Z owes her money. Now she's stepped into Ramir's case, making it crystal clear that she wants Jay-Z to take that test. As pressure builds, the question remains, what does Ramir truly want? Some think he's chasing fame or money. Others believe he just wants the truth. But Ramir has stated clearly this case isn't about a father-son reunion or chasing a payout. It's about justice. It's about corruption, fraudulent court orders, and a system that failed his family. He says illegal liens were placed on their home, money was stolen, and they were harassed into silence, all under false pretenses enabled by shady legal tactics. I don't want Jay-Z's money. I just want him to tell the truth. If I'm not your son, prove it. Take the test. If you've got nothing to hide, then why refuse every single time? Ramir wants answers to 4 key points. Did Jay-Z take Wanda across state lines when she was underage? Did his lawyers lie in court by claiming they misspoke? Why did he allegedly try to settle things privately, only to fight them publicly? And who tried to harm Ramir because he says someone opened fire on him after filing his civil suit? He even posted pictures of his bullet-ridden car, claiming that something was planted inside before he was pulled over. He says this was intimidation, the same kind of tactics Demory Hadley says Roc Nation used on her. It's a pattern, it's calculated, and it's all coming to light. Now, with the court ordering Jay-Z to respond, the world is watching, and as we wait for that response, you already know what time it is. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe Ramir should Jay-Z finally take that test?